Alright, we have a Charlie Alpha for today, short for combat assault. We're the last one of 3 Hueys carrying troops to LZ Lolo, where they'll carry out an attack on some bunkers. Let's start her up and get her ready.
Okay, obviously you decided to come back for another episode, or maybe just thought you'd give me a second chance. Either way, I appreciate it. Close the door. Things are all pretty loud. Can't be helped, it's a helicopter. Okay, so you heard it is a combat assault. So if I can find my keyboard under my VR headset. There we go, things got quieter for me. You can have a quick look at the briefing. It basically says combat assault to LZ Lolo on a hilltop with troops and bunkers. I will fly as the Chalk 3 at the rear of the formation. Stop at company headquarters first to pick up troops and then push to the LZ. 2 gunships will join me. Satan will be on station with F4s if needed. This seems all to be very much the same. So Mac and Wilson. I'm the 3rd ship, I'm 2-1. And it's 15 miles south of the company headquarters. Alright, so that done, let's start her up. Okay, let's see, what else do we need? I'm running at about 65. Every now and then I'll forget to sync that and it completely messes me up. Fuel is on. Okay. And that should be what I need to actually start the engine. See what happens.
Clear!
Yeah, walk around under a propeller, that'll go well. Had me worried there for a second, wasn't going to start. I have to say, all this cold and dark business can get a bit annoying. I mean, I've already started a thing once in the mission, or in the campaign. I obviously know how to do it. Yeah, I'm just waiting for you to walk through the tail rotor, mate. Okay, radios. Company headquarters, 40.85. I am vaguely amused that there is only one company headquarters. So here we have this massive insurgency and I have one company headquarters. I don't know, maybe I'm supposed to be in direct support of this one company, I don't know. Anyway, 48.5. Oh, is it radio? 117? We'll turn that on later. Okay. I think that's everything I need to worry about. Let's turn up the throttle. See, I made the mistake, I think, possibly last time of turning on my collision lights and announcing where I was.
Good. Tune the UH out to the slick frequency.
the VHF to the gunships. Fire team from the gamblers will be escorting us to prep the LZ.
UHF to Blackjack, VHF to Gamblers. Alright, VHF is 1245. Okay.
This is Shark 1. Who's up? Who's up?
And what's the other one I need to set for? Dang it. Maybe it was on the cut sheet here. Two 517. Okay, well that's handy. Okay, that's them on.
3's up. Roger. We'll lift in 5 seconds.
Ah, I made a mistake of putting my hand off the joystick. Okay, guys, you really don't want to be here standing right next to me here. Okay, well I guess we're off. There's one. Oh, there's the other. I'm sure there are probably bad things that can happen if I get caught in somebody's downwash.
Get in the trail formation. You want to fly directly behind, slightly above Chalk 2.
Okay.
Roger.
Alright, slightly behind and slightly above. In fairness, I can probably, well, I was gonna say I can turn off the homing noise on the FM, but I probably needed to talk to somebody.
Last time we kind of had it easy. This is going to be a Pucker Factor 10 mission. Hey, look on the bright side. You may get your cherry pop today. We'll fly to Company HQ first, pick up the grunts, so better tune Fox Mike to 40.85.
So one of the problems I have with formation flying, I've discovered, is that the briefing never tells you quite how fast they're going, and you have to kind of guess it. Excuse me. Seems to be 60. I think 70 seems to be going a bit too fast. I'm gonna turn down the volume at least on this FM. Spending more time looking at the volume knob trying to change it. One of the problems with VR in DCS is that the mouse controls aren't as good as they are in Microsoft Flight Sim. It can be very hard, and sometimes when you're doing major altimeter changes or something, it can be really annoying. To try to keep your head still. And I know this is something that's been complained about for quite some time on the Eagle Dynamics fora. Because yeah, you'll see it pop up from time to time. Okay, it's going a bit too fast. Well, I don't know. Let's slow down a bit again. You're not shooting again, are you? No.
Earth, this is Blackjack 1302 from you. Over. Roger, you're cleared via direct helipads. Over.
Okay, now there are 2 pads and 3 of us. Is it a race? Slightly better weather than last time. I'm not running the wipers, and
Truck 1 and 2 will land first and unload the troops. Orbit overhead until they're done. Then we'll land as soon as one of the pads is free.
okay, that answers that.
Roger that.
But it's nice to see some of the ground. A bit misty though. Orbit over the headquarters until one of the pads is free. Okay. Well, they put the burn pit fire out, I see. I presume that's a school or something. I mean, it looks like a school. Okay, I guess I get to orbit overhead. Could in theory get the autopilot to do it, but okay. Can't see the windsock. Oh, there's that hotel again. What's interesting about flying a helo, I've noticed, is that once you have forward motion, the term rotary wing is actually pretty accurate. It flies a lot like a light aircraft. Okay, there's a helo coming over the pad there. I forgot to see which way he was facing, but he seemed to be coming in from the south. Let's get down a little bit closer here, so I can actually see. So when I tried the Apache simulator in Fort Hood, as it was then known, for my Apache gunnery series, the front seater, whose time in the simulator I took up, remarked that it would seem evident that I had flown aircraft before. Now, the fact that I crashed at the end didn't help. It looks like they came in from this side, so... hang on. Is he leaving?
Alright, Chalk 1's airborne. We can land on the northern pad.
Starting to slow down a little bit too early here. Always trying to keep a little bit of forward movement, just so I always get a little bit of lift. Okay, now we get the transition. The transition is really obvious when you have one. Because of the way the aircraft, responds very differently, as well as all the vibrations that you get. Okay, well there's a windsock at least. Away from the windsock. Okay, I guess I'm down. Not my best landing, but okay. All aboard!
Now let's go join up with the flight. They're orbiting overhead.
Okay, let's see. I'll avoid nosing back this time. Given what happened last time with the heavy load. Okay. And I'm in position behind Chalk 2. Alright. Well, almost there. Close enough for government work, I think.
Chalk 3 is saddled. Roger, push into the LZ.
So I recall practicing touch and goes at Elizabethtown, which is where I learned to fly. It's a little bit west of Fort Knox, and an Apache decided that they were going to start doing touch and goes as well. Okay, I guess helicopters do that. I made the mistake of not giving it quite enough time after the Apache departed before I went in behind and started my takeoff roll. Those rotor blades left
Blackjack 1-3, this is Gambler 7. We have you inside, over.
quite a downdraft.
Roger, it's good to see you guys.
Well, those must be the gunships. Oh, there they are.
You see them? Those are the gunships from Pico. They're gonna prep the LZ for us.
But the downwash was very noticeable as I was going through my takeoff run. Okay, too much. Alright, let's catch up a little bit here. I can probably turn off that radio. There we go. Alright, Huey's information. Let's turn on the music. The track seems very similar to the one earlier, but let's turn it down a bit. Let's avoid crashing while I futz with the radio control. It would help if I play with the right radio control. I'm trying to do this with my left hand. I give up. And of course I screwed up the frequency on the other radio. .517, 2417. It's the gambler streak I needed to get back onto. 1245 on VHF. Oh, there we are. I'm safe. Okay, well. Let's catch up a little bit here. There's gotta be a way of getting to that volume control. There we go. Left or right click to adjust volume. That's what I was missing. It would help if I looked at the tooltip that pops up. Okay, I need to catch up a little bit here. Spend all the mission futzing with the radio. Hopefully the guys in the back don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I am starting to catch up with these guys a little bit here.
Man, are you shaking or what? You're squeezing the black out of that sector. And your knuckles are all white.
No I'm not.
No, I'm totally fine. I love being shot at without any protection whatsoever. Or without being able to shoot back for that matter. Hey, that's what I signed up for.
I think they're doing 80 this time.
And by the way, do you know what the second greatest danger is in Guam?
Let me guess. Snakes.
Wrong. Venereal diseases. All kinds of gonorrhea, syphilis, HPV, you name it.
If you want a boom boom, you better go to Disneyland, son. Disneyland, huh? What the fuck is Disneyland?
Have you seen that large building by the main gate? That's Disneyland. It's a whorehouse, sponsored and run by the Army. They check the hookers every week, but I'd still advise you to wear rubber. Better safe than sorry.
Roger, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay, that's slightly more professional formation here. So a little bit of trivia if you weren't aware. Montgomery, Bernard Law Montgomery, before he was a field marshal and he was a division commander in France in 1940, got into a lot of trouble with higher headquarters because his solution to the VD problem was to recommend that his troops wear protection when engaged in fornicative activities, if that's the word. That did not go over very well with the army. They thought it was the most undignified sort of thing for the soldiers to be doing. Regardless of the fact that, of course, they're doing it anyway, and it's pure Puritanism or denial from higher headquarters. So it got to the point that the Corps chaplain had actually asked for Montgomery's removal from division command because of this order. Fortunately, higher headquarters saw sense, realized Montgomery was a good division commander, arguably the best in France at the time, and so he hung around, much to the benefit of the British Army, especially given that he was one of the few officers to train his troops in withdrawal under pressure. I mean, we don't even do that in the US today. We just automatically assume we're winning. But of course, withdrawals and such things are inherently extremely difficult operations. Okay, there we go. If we're going for the Vietnam sort of... what's the word? Atmosphere? We kind of found it. And we are doing about 80. Where are we going anyway? I'm just following this guy. I have absolutely no idea how they would identify a planned LZ without GPS. I mean, yeah, dead reckoning with a stopwatch and a map will get you so far. But yeah, I mean, you're just looking at a whole bunch of trees. Supposedly the trick to formation flying is you're not really looking at what your own aircraft is doing, you're just keeping a friendly aircraft at a fixed position in your windscreen. Fixed position and distance.
This is Blackjack 1-3. We're approaching the LZ. Establishing Marshall to the east. Gamblers, the floor is yours. Roger. Gamblers going in hot.
Well, there they go. Follow Chalk 1 in orbit. I guess they're orbiting right. Okay. Well, they're shooting at something. Wait, are we orbiting right or left? Oh, come on. Where do they go? That wasn't fair. You started a right turn. Where did the hogs go? Oh.
Go kill him, go kill him.
Okay, let's catch up with these guys. I'm only doing 30 right now.
Fuck me, a 50 opened up on the ridgeline. Get out of there.
I have no idea where the hogs went. We've slowed down to 60, have we?
Mark. Satan 1, this is Gambler 7. We've got a 50 on the ridgeline northwest of the LZ, along with plenty of small arms fire. Request immediate assistance. Run in east to west, drop north of the orange smoke. Over. Gambler, this is Satan 1. Roger, we have visual on the smoke. Running in hot east to west. Dropping on the ridgeline. Over.
I'm looking to see him coming in. I'm not seeing him. Shouldn't be too. Well, no. I mean, we're looking for F4. There they are. Huh. So what on earth is the collision avoidance programming? Did they hit something? Collision avoidance programming for the AI pilots.
Good effect, good effect. Thanks for the help, boys.
I mean, see and avoid is, you know, your VFR rule, but
Roger, I'll pressure. We'll hang around a little bit longer in case you guys need us. Over.
if you're in an F4, I guess
7 to Blackjack. The LZ is secure. You are clear to proceed.
there's only so much you can do to see and avoid.
Blackjack going in.
Okay, well, I guess we're going in. Somebody's shooting at us.
Gunners go hot. Let's hope the gooks keep their heads down until we drop the troops. Let Chalk 1 go in first. Don't forget, slicks don't land except by night. Hover a few feet and the troops will jump off the skids. That way we can pull in power and get out of there fast in case Charlie opens up again.
I really wish these guys would be kind of consistent in what they're doing. A ZU-23, okay. Now where are we going? Okay, I guess we'll kind of go in between the two then. Whoa, excuse me. Okay, I'm hovering. 30 feet, y'all want to jump? 17 feet? 10 feet? $12, 11, 8, 7, 6. Okay, you can jump from there. Oh, sorry, back up to 10 feet again. Okay, I'll take that as my cue to leave. More or less. I need to practice hovering a bit lower. There we go, 3 feet, 2 feet. There we go, 2 feet. That's what I should have done.
Let's go, let's go. Chalk 2 is receiving fire from the tree line, 50 yards to the west. Oh shit, that's just great. We got the Makeys here, so watch it.
Okay, we're going straight up.
Scared the living shit out of me. Chalk 1's taking hits. Cowboy, are you guys okay?
Somebody's shooting at him.
Yeah, we got a hole in the side door so big I can put my fist through it. Rodriguez got hit.
Shoot back, please.
By a round of an AK.
Thank you.
The bullet just scratched the surface. You guys good? Roger, let's get out of here. We're taking fire! We're taking fire!
We definitely have a door gunner from New York. Kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop now. It's all right. By the way, if the volume keeps kind of going in and out, what are you shooting at? Jeez, these guys are taking off. Now they're doing 100 knots. If the volume keeps going in and out of my voice, it's because I'm moving my head around. I'm running a lav mic. Okay. So let's see, if I do 90, are they getting closer or further away? They're getting closer, but not by much.
Not sure, but I fired at lots of muzzle flashes.
Well, that's fair. He's not being paid to bring the ammunition home. It must be doing the better part of 100, because it's doing 90. I'm not catching up. Well, that's good. That means it gets about, we get home quicker. So I will be, to finish off the earlier thought, I would be curious if somebody can comment on just how they found which hole in a patch of trees they needed to drop troops off at. I mean, I'd assume terrain association and things like rivers will only take you so far.
Hey, Cowboy, slow down a bit. I'm having to pull the guts out of this thing.
Yeah. So how many golf courses are on Guam? Looks like we've got one over there, maybe. We got one down here. Alright, well, this looks like a nice, simple flight back. I guess you can fast forward if something happens. I'll put a little timestamp. You know, the way you index in YouTube. And there you go. Look, it's another golf course. It's not very far from the other one. Do I have much else to do in Guam? Not a very big island, all things considered. Anybody ever see that video? Supposedly it was in jest of the Congress critter grilling one of the admirals about putting, was it admiral or general? Too many troops on Guam, so many troops that would tip over the one side. He said later it was done in jest. Which is most likely the case. I can't imagine any Congress critter is actually that stupid, although I am open to be corrected. Actually, the way politics these days goes, it may actually be self-evident, but anyway. But even so, it probably took more of the flag officer's time than he wanted to spend. It could have been worse. It could have been, if you ever see that video from Australia of...
Shit, man, that was a hot LZ. You certainly got your cherry pop today.
An Australian member of Parliament.
I saw an FC stand up in the bushes, aim right at my forehead and far away. I have no idea how I'm still alive.
A Huey settling into an LZ is a juicy target, but don't worry, she can take a lot of punishment. Thank God they didn't hit a fuel cell. The 4th of July would have come earlier this year. Well, no use worrying about it. When your number's up, your number's up.
I'd rather stick to resupplies, though.
But anyway, so this Australian politician just couldn't wrap her head around the difference between a power plant and the propulsion system. And God help this poor Australian admiral who's trying to patiently explain that just because something is a pump jet, it doesn't use a nuclear power plant. It's about 6 minutes of complete cringe you can find on YouTube easily enough. Okay, I've finally started to catch up where I'm supposed to be. I really should use the force trim a bit more. So what that does is ordinarily you have to have a little bit of forward pressure on the stick. There we go, now I've let go of the stick. And it sets a new 0, shall we say, for the stick. So that you can use much less force to make your adjustments whilst maintaining straight and level flight. It could be that the real helicopter is a much heavier stick than my VKB gunfighter. Did I really fly that far? And we're only passing the international airport now. Okay, let's slow down a little bit here. The problem is when you release the force trim, now how on earth did... Okay, I don't know what that was about. when you release the force trim, your aircraft's going to go flying. I haven't figured out how not to have that happen yet. Plenty of construction still going on, let's see.
Blackjack 1-3, this is Gambler 7. We're Winchester and RTB at this time. Over.
Copy that, Gambler 7. You guys did a terrific job back there.
Oh look, another golf course.
Happy to help. Over.
So like the national sport of Guam. I'm gonna have to look up a map of Guam actually and find out just what the cities and population centers are. I mean, it's quite well built up, all things considered. At least this half of the island is. So I see them be doing about 95. And so we continue our sightseeing tour of Guam. And look what I see to my 11 o'clock. Oh my goodness, it's a golf course. That does it. After this mission is over, I'm going to go into Google and find out how many golf courses are in Guam. I'll let you know in the next mission. It really doesn't seem it took us that long to get to where we were going. Well, it's much easier than walking. I did try to trade that Apache pilot a ride in my tank for a ride in his helo. He was good with it, but I had to get an 06 to sign off, and I didn't know any 06s that were willing to do that for me. Ah, look, there's our base. Is it? Could it be? Off at 10 o'clock? About 3 miles, another golf course? Looks a lot like one. I guess the alternative is that as I play the game, I count how many different golf courses there are and, you know, see how much of a match it is with real life. Obviously the map itself, I believe, is modern day, even though it's representing 68. Makes it a lot easier. So I'm sure a lot of the infrastructure, a lot of the buildings, a lot of the golf courses would not have been around. Hey, down we go. Doesn't exactly do easy down, does he? Okay, what are you doing? Come on, give us a bit of warning, will you? Alright. Over the road we go. I must be going to the pattern. Okay, well, I don't have time to play with the pattern. I'm just going to go straight in. Okay, now watch what happens when I try to release the force trim. Oh, actually, that wasn't so bad. I forgot to radio Guam and let him know that I was coming in, but I hope somebody else did that for me as I cross the active. I'm waiting for those F4s to come by and give me another near miss. Actually, that looks like our revetments. I guess they're going soon. Slow it down a little bit here. Now, you know the way you see a group of helos kind of hovering and they all turn in sequence? I haven't figured out how to do that without drifting. Okay. How do you get his rotor stopped so quick? Alright, kind of settle down here. Parking a helo is a little bit harder than you might think. Especially when you don't have wheels. Okay, well that was, I'm not going to call that a milk run, but that was a much easier mission than the first one was. Okay, so thus ends mission 2. I'll be back in a few days with mission 3. Until then, take care.